Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today I'm bringing you the benchmark test for the Galaxy Tab 3 Lite. So for this demonstration, we're going to be using AT&T CPU and then 3D Mark test and see how the processor does and graphics does as well. So first of all, what is on the Tab 3 Lite? So for this device, we do have a dual core processor clocked in at 1.2 gigahertz. It's just a Cortex processor. There's no exact name for it, at least that I have been able to find really. And the graphics card is a GC1000 core. So again, not like the most well-known processor or graphics on this device. This is definitely entry level. However, it does have Android 4.2.2 on board, as well as a low-res screen of 1024 by 600, and you have 1 gig of RAM. As you can see, with a couple games on there, you don't have much built-in storage. The storage that it comes with originally is 5.13 gigs. So let's test out and see how it did on a 2.2. So for Antutu, we got an 11,319. Now where does that rank? Well, if we take a look at comparing to other devices, we can see it ranks a bit below the Nexus 4 and slightly above the S2. So definitely not the current gen specs that we are getting nowadays from even like the Xperia Z or even the Galaxy S3. This is definitely lower compared to those two devices. Now, when we compare it, say, to some of these devices, let's say the Galaxy S3, just to see how it compares to it, we can see that it's a very, very much not on par with a device of that caliber, which is about 2 years old now at this point. So let's see how the rest of it did. So that was the overall ranking. Now, when it comes to processor speed, how does it compare with other processors out there? Well, again, we find it to be not as good as the Nexus 4 and the S4, but about double of the HTC Desire. Now, this is the first Desire, now current gen Desire. So again, definitely not top specs when we expect for this device, ranking an 1131 in terms of CPU. And how about graphics? Well, as you can see, it was a GC1000, so it wasn't any well-known graphics company, not like a Mali or Adreno or anything that's really definitely considered like a high-end when it comes to graphics processing. So again, we found it at a 24 by 27 for the Ultimate. And let's go for that so we can see, filter it just to kind of show you again where it lies. So for the Ultimate, it's at a 24. When we go, let's see, more devices. When we just go all the way down to the 10, not again, not 2,000, but just 10,000. We're getting devices such as like the iPad 4, the Nexus 4. Let's go all the way down. So 8,500, that's where we find the original Optimus G, the G-Pad, the S4, Xperia Z. So you can see that it isn't even half of these specs. So in terms of graphics, it's not going to be that good. And then of course the others were lower. So in terms of impressive graphics, it's not for this device. So hopefully this helped out in explaining where this tablet lies. It definitely is entry level when it comes to the hardware specs for the benchmark test. All right, hopefully you did enjoy that. If you did, please give a like, thumbs up. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android guy.